The hallway fell into a hush. It was that silence, thick and expectant, that only arrives when something is about to go terribly wrong. Lena Carter walked through the school gates for the first time that morning, wearing oversized headphones, hoodie drawn up, and a steel-cold look that said, "Don't talk to me unless you want trouble." It wasn't a fashion statement. It was armor. She'd transferred to Crestwood High in the middle of the semester, every teenager's nightmare. New school. New people. No friends. But that wasn't what kept her up at night. It was what she was running from. 3 months ago, Lena's world collapsed. Her father, a decorated Marine, had died in a roadside bombing during a humanitarian mission overseas. After that, her mom moved them to this small, tucked-away town in hopes of a fresh start. But for Lena, there was no such thing as a fresh start. Not when her heart still carried the weight of every word left unsaid, every lesson unlearned, every moment taken for granted. Still, she walked those unfamiliar halls with her head high and shoulders squared. She knew who she was, even if no one else did. But bullies always sniff out the quiet ones. It started small. Whispers. Snickers. A fake cough that turned into a mocking new girl chant behind her back. Cassie, the queen bee, with eyes like a shark and a smile made of poison, spotted Lena before first period was over. Cassie had led the social hierarchy of Crestwood High since middle school. Her word was gospel. Her enemies? Destroyed. To her, Lena wasn't a person. She was prey. Cute boots, Cassie had sneered in the hallway. Did you borrow them from a lumberjack? Lena didn't respond. She didn't even look at her. Strike one. The next day, they knocked her books from her hands. Then came the locker graffiti, Marine brat. Daddy issues much? That one stung. Deep. But Lena didn't crack. She didn't yell. She didn't run. Instead, she went home that night and stared at the box her father left behind, the one labeled "For Lena, when she's ready." She opened it. Inside, a letter, an old photo of him in uniform, and a wooden plaque that read, "Strength is silent. Until it needs to roar." Lena clenched the plaque, and for the first time in weeks, she smiled. It was a Friday when it all came to a head. The gym was loud, filled with students milling about after PE coach Franklin had left to handle a fight outside, leaving a dozen unsupervised teens to their own devices. Cassie saw her chance. She strutted over with her two winged shadows, Bella and Harper. Lena was tying her shoelaces in the corner, headphones in. Cassie yanked them off. "Hey, G.I. Jane," she mocked, dangling the headphones like bait. "You dropped your toy." Lena looked up slowly, locking eyes with Cassie. "Give it back." "Make me." The crowd started to gather. Cassie smirked. "Come on, new girl. I heard you think you're tough. Is it true you knocked out a guy back at your old school?" Lena didn't reply. Cassie stepped closer. "Or was that just another made-up story, like your hero daddy?" That did it. The gym seemed to freeze in time. Lena stood up. Calm. Controlled. She looked Cassie square in the eye. "You think this is funny?" she said, voice low, almost sad. "Mocking someone who died protecting people like you?" Cassie blinked. "Newsflash, Cassie, you're not scary. You're just loud." And that's when Cassie shoved her. Hard. Lena stumbled back, barely catching her footing. Then, just as quickly, she moved. With a speed that stunned everyone watching, Lena stepped in, deflecting Cassie's next shove, sweeping her leg just enough to throw her off balance, nothing brutal, but enough to drop her flat on her back. Cassie gasped, humiliated, her arms flailing as she hit the floor with a sharp thud. The crowd let out a collective "OHHH." But Lena wasn't done. Bella rushed forward, fist cocked, but Lena sidestepped, grabbed her wrist, twisted gently but firmly, and guided her to the floor without a scratch. Harper just froze. "Try me," Lena said softly, meeting her gaze. Harper backed away. Cassie scrambled up, eyes wide and brimming with tears. Her smug grin was gone. All she could manage was a stammer. What the hell was that? Lena didn't answer. She didn't need to. Because the gym, the bullies, the entire school had just seen what happens when you push someone past the line. Word spread like wildfire. By lunch, Lena wasn't the weird new girl anymore. She was the girl who dropped Cassie Richards without throwing a punch. Even the teachers heard about it. Coach Franklin called Lena into his office. "You know self-defense?" She nodded. Dad made sure of it. He studied her. "You didn't hurt anyone. You de-escalated. That's rare." "I wasn't trying to win a fight," she said. "I just wanted it to stop." He paused. Well, it did. Days passed. The silence in the halls returned, but this time, it wasn't the hush of tension. It was respect. Cassie never looked her in the eye again. One afternoon, as Lena sat under the tree outside the school reading, a shadow fell over her. It was Bella. She looked nervous. I wanted to say sorry. For everything. What we did, it wasn't cool. Cassie's got issues. I do too. But you didn't deserve it. Lena closed her book. Thanks for saying that. Bella hesitated, then asked, "Can I sit?" Lena nodded. And just like that, a seed of friendship was planted. Weeks later, Lena found herself laughing over lunch with people who once wouldn't even glance her way. Not because she fought. But because she didn't. Because when they pushed her, she didn't break. She didn't lash out. She stood her ground. Calm. Strong. Unshaken. And in a world full of noise and ego, that was the loudest message of all.